Hey guys, this is Kaede, and I wanted to share with you my experience playing this game for the first time. This game is 2000XX, an action platformer with roguelite elements that has been out for a while now, and I have been waiting to play for a while as well. As you can see from the aesthetics from the game, it's very much inspired by Mega Man X, especially Mega Man X. It has elements from other Mega Man games from the franchise, but really the main focus seems to be Mega Man X. Now, as you can see here, the game is in Portuguese because, you know, I'm from Brazil, that happens, but it allows me to change the language, which is good. So I'm gonna be changing the language here so you guys can actually read what's going on and I don't have to, you know, dub the game. And as you can see, there's already a sequel being made, 30,000XX. There's an official Discord server, that is good, and there's DLC as well. Exciting. So, let's take a look, see what this game is all about. So, right from the get-go, before you get any explanation whatsoever or what's going on, the game just drops you in the starter stage, just like Mega Man X. And it utilizes screens in the back to tell you what controllers to use. A to jump, obviously. Holding A to jump higher. The right shoulder button to dash, with a nice demonstration there. You can do a jump dash, just like in Mega Man X. I'm gonna be saying that a lot. You can wall climb, just like in Mega Man X. Similarly to the first stage in Mega Man X, there's a pit, so you can practice taking a big jump. Unlike Mega Man X, you can drop down from platforms, which is new. Pressing X, you can fire your buster. I'm gonna say buster. You can charge it for a bigger explosion. And as you can see, once in a while the game unlocks a new data lore information that you can view on the pause menu. Boomerang Blade throws an 8-directional blade. This is something that I found very interesting. The weapons that you can use, instead of you acquiring them by beating bosses, well, you still do that, but most of the weapons you actually have to literally pick them up in the stage. There's a reason for that, and I will go on about it as we proceed. Unlike Mega Man, there's chests with with items you can pick up, sorry. Like that one we just picked up that enhances your damage. Stage transition, just like in Mega Man X. All friendly training bot. Let's see what he can do. He can fire in 4 directions, except when he doesn't. The graphics in this game are very pleasing, aesthetically wise. Very colorful. Oh, there's the credits. 2000XX, a game by blah blah blah. And with that, we've finished the training stage. And the game drops us on the main hub. Here we can buy permanent upgrades, which we can only use on normal and easy. Easy is the reverent mode. The upgrades are for your health, for your energy, for special weapons, and to summon your little cat bot friend. Here we can unlock items that can help us. The first time is free, all times after that you gotta pay. These ones you can bring with you on your next run. because this is the main important thing. This game is a roguelite. That means when you die, you have to restart from the beginning of the game, from here. The stages themselves are also randomized. And as you can see here, there's also more than one character. You can play as the male character, which plays very much like Zero. Or you can play as the female character, who plays like Mega Man. Up here we have the archive, where we can replay the tutorial, or we can check out other stuffs. And here we have challenges you can make every day to gain bonus rewards. I haven't tried any of these during the beginning gameplay here. There are speedruns, there's hardcore challenges, and stuff like that. So with all that said... Oh, and there's also a multiplayer, which I have not tried out yet. You cannot get achievements on Reverent mode, but besides that, you can play any game mode. Reverent mode is the only mode where you got 3 lives. All the other modes, when you die, it's over. So let's go out and try out normal mode, shall we? Level 1, Shatterbeak Arctic Data Center. The starting level is also randomized. I imagine, I haven't played the entire game to make sure, that you have 8 stages that you gotta beat, and then there's a castle, just like in Mega Man. Also, I'm not entirely sure, but I do believe that the layout of the stage is also randomized. Like, the theme of each stage is the same, but the layout is entirely randomized, down to what items you can find and what enemies you fight. Well, following the theme. One very good and positive point about this game: you do not die instantly from touching spikes. That is bullshit in Mega Man, and it would be bullshit if that was here. I like that when you hit the enemies, you can actually see how much damage you make. This gate here is a glory zone. Basically, it's a small challenge zone you gotta finish within an allotted time in order to get a reward. Basically, you just gotta defeat all the enemies as fast as you can. But as you will sadly see, I have not been able to do that successfully on my first time. Glory unachieved. And it's useless to try and go back inside. You can't do it more than once. On the top corner there, you can see in green my health bar, and in blue my energy bar that I use for special weapons. And I have 3 slots for special weapons, which means that you probably have to discard weapons when you want to pick up a new weapon and you already have 3. Ow. On the bottom corner we have the bolts counter, which we use as currency, and that small gift package there, I would assume is the reward you can make if you finish the stage within the allotted time. There's also a little circle there, a coin, that I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to do. At least not right now. So here's Shatterbeak, the Icy Avenger. So he's also a member of the Avengers. I did not know that. His battle tactics very much remind me of Chill Penguin from Mega Man X1, which is probably intentional. Epic explosion later, and we got a big treasure chest. Once again, the item that raises your attack. And here, you can take the boss's power, or you can get an augment, or nuts. Bolts. Nuts, sorry. I meant to say nuts, not bolts. The soul chips, you use them in order to buy the permanent upgrades. That gate leads you to the save and quit, where you can save and, well, quit. Let's continue though. And now we gotta pick between 3 possible choices of stages. We have no idea what's awaiting us, so it's gonna be a trial and error. Let's try going against Agony Sword. Roaster. Super Hot Facility. I think I made the right decision, considering I just got an ice weapon that works very much like Shotgun Ice on Mega Man X1. This stage adds the little treadmills, those energy balls that cause damage. It's very nice to pay attention to Nina's animations when she's running. She's very well animated. Shows a lot more life compared to, say, Mega Man. Actually, kind of reminds me of the animation for Mega Man on Mega Man 8 for the PS1. There we go. Easy. No need to get stressed. We can do this. Very basic enemy types. This is a new one. He apparently fired more than once. But we can fire back at him by being creative. As you can notice, to use the special weapons, you don't have to switch from your regular blaster. You can actually just assign them to each one of the face buttons, and later the shoulder buttons as well. The explosions when the enemies die, they really make it satisfying to destroy the enemies. You feel the impact, they don't just boom, explode, dead. They go boom, 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 and stuff like that. And it's awesome. Potato battery. It's a robot powered by potatoes. Roaster Beta. Roll free or die. This one, despite the fact that he is in a fire stage, he plays a lot like Armored Armadillo from Mega Man X. Again, I'm sorry I keep saying that, but the game clearly has Mega Man X as the main inspiration. Wow, and he also splits. That's new. That was not in Mega Man X. Also, nice that instead of 2 levels of charge, you only have 1. But it's sized about the same as the 3rd level charge from Mega Man. Another one bites the dust, and we get another reward. Same deal, we can get the gun, or we can get an augment or nuts. Those two are the scientists who created me, I believe. I do not know actually the lore of this game all that much. It seems like these 2 robots, Nina and Ace, were created by those 2 to fight any threat attacking the city or something to that effect. Which means that we have both Dr. Light and Dr. Wily on our side. Let's take a look now. We're going into the next stage, and it's going to be Astral Twins Vacuum Lab. Wait, Jungle Station? Why would the Astral Twins be in a Jungle Station? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. This is a very nice element that they added on this game. Those blue ceiling parts there are magnetized, so you can actually walk upside down. But if you jump off. I really like that. It makes for some creative platforming segments. And there's another old favorite, except not, from Mega Man experts, the disappearing platforms. And this here is the scrap recycler, or rather, a store where you can spend your bolts in order to, your nuts, in order to buy items mid-stage. The location, as far as I understand, is also completely randomized. Same for the items that the store contains. But they always contain a machine where you can recover your HP by spending nuts. The machine has a limited use though, you can't just keep on using it forever. Always make sure to explode as many boxes as you can, you will want all those nuts. Now I have two different weapons. Which one should I use? Platforming. Ah, crap. Now we have a falling platform as well that damages you if it falls on top of you. You gotta be careful. How many bats are there? And this is where I died. You get a game over, it shows how many targets you killed, the level you reached, how many points, the runtime, and you even get a little comment making fun of you as well, because of course. With all that said, we return to HQ. And our heroes... there's a big flashy button saying payment. Holy shit! I guess we are expendable heroes then. And just like that, we're back on HQ. So I imagine we either only have one life and the doctors destroy us because we failed to save the city, or we are made in an assembly line and we are just being put out the next version in case the doctor feel the previous version was not powerful enough to stop the threat. But we get to keep the soul chips and we can use them to buy our upgrades. This time, let's try and play as Ace, maybe. See how the gameplay goes with him. His sword has a very nice reach and I like that. Also, the fact that he has a mask over his eyes, no doubt a reference to Proto Man. Hey, check it out, we have a different stage. Jungle Station again. But this time, you may notice, the layout is slightly different. This time we have vanishing platforms. This was not how the game was showing us the jungle station last time. That's because, like I said, the stages are procedurally generated. Which makes every time you play, the stage has a completely different layout and you have to adapt to that. And when you fall down a hole, instead of insta-death, you just return to the safest platform you can, losing 1 HP. Which is a very, very nice touch. All the typical ways that you would one-hit kill in a Mega Man game, here you just get a penalization because of, you know, you have to survive. This is something that I am not entirely sure if it applies only to Ace, but as you can see, he can switch out his main weapon as well, not just special weapons. And here I have let go of my Ace Saber in order to pick up this quick cutter weapon. The bad side to this weapon is that I cannot charge the sword like I would do with Ace Saber. But I can attack very fast, and that usually makes it a lot better, as you can see here. It certainly is the fastest way to get rid of a big mess. Your charged attacks, the ones that I do not have, you mean? It certainly is a lot quicker to deal with these plants using the chopper weapon here instead of using the A Saber. I was about to say Z Saber, but this isn't Zero. We found a token! You know what the token is for? It's simple, it's to play on slot machines. The slot machines give you rewards, but you gotta win on the slots to do that. One other thing that I kinda noticed is that Ace has a smaller dash distance compared to Nina. I imagine it's to make it more unique to each character. He attacks faster, but he cannot move as fast forward as Nina would. So you need to get some practice with the timing for his dash and when it actually ends. We destroyed another plant. Seriously, I love these upside down segments. They are very fun. I wish we had more of that in Mega Man. And there's the exit. And as you can see, the health machine explodes after you use it a few times. Prince of Petals, Death Lotus. This guy here is actually quite easy. He just pops out from one hole, and then he lashes out those big tendrils around him. As long as you have enough health, you don't actually need to worry much about getting hit. I got a mortar weapon. My first ranged weapon with Ace. Another power upgrade. Another soul chip. I was about to do the save and quit again, but it isn't really necessary to do it. Especially because when you die, you still gotta start over from the beginning. Let's see which stage we're going next time. Let's try out Eternal Star. Stone Temple Sky City. I like that enemy with the shield. We can actually just get past the shield by shooting it. You wouldn't do that usually in a Mega Man game. The shield enemy usually is completely invulnerable when the shield is up. A machine that recovers energy as well. It has the same bolts cost, the same I said bolts, right? I keep saying bolts, sorry. The same nuts cost. A very quick and dangerous platforming segment. And we got the chest. Slightly more damage. Now we just gotta get past the death lasers again. I have a twitchy finger. If I have a weapon that I can fire non-stop, I will always be pressing it even when I have nothing to kill. I guess it's just the way I am. There we go, more soul chips, more health. It slices and dices and makes Julian robot. This is the first point I think where I noticed there's a hidden route. All thanks to this, the resurrection. So this time, instead I went down to check out what was waiting for me down there. What was awaiting me was a platform segment with the scrap recycler. But sadly this time I did not have enough money, enough buns, enough nuts. Why was I about to say bolts and butts and dotes and whatever? Well, so I ended up not buying everything I could. Also, in case you're wondering, no, I'm not holding the attack button when I'm doing the slice move. I have to be tapping it non-stop to do it. Oh, the little doll robot cat is there with a box for us. I smacked the mic, sorry. And we can use the token we got. And we lost. We can go into the scrap recycler again. Nothing we can afford. So instead, let's go straight to the boss. Eternal Star, the Herald of Hope. What's so hopeful about him? One thing that I like is that you are not forced to play the entire game as Nina or Ace. You can switch the characters between each run without any penalty whatsoever. They share the same upgrades, they share the same weapon system, probably, possibly. This time I had to decide between the weapon again or the bolts, and once again I picked the weapon. A jagged crystal that inherits your momentum. That is a cool weapon. So, basically, that's 2000XX.